Welcome once again to Serombisi Made It Easy channel, the best math channel in Ghana and beyond. So today we are going to continue our series on equation, and today is going to be on equation involving fractions. So equation involving fraction normally has some correlation with addition and subtraction of fractions. Yes, that one, what we do is we find the LCM. You find the LCM, then you multiply through the expression with the LCM to eliminate the fraction. So you can get a formal equation or straight equation that you deal with. Now what you have to do, before you multiply the equation by the LCM, ask yourself how many elements are there, or how many elements are separated by the equation sign. So let's say I have 1 on 2x plus 1 on 3 is equal to 9. What you have to know is the number of expressions there. And the number of expressions depends on the operation signs that are inside there. So this operation sign has separated this element. So this is 1, this is another one, then this is another one. It means when you get the LCM, multiply it by 3 of this. So here, you find the LCM of the denominators. What will be the LCM for 2 and 3? I've done addition and subtraction of algebraic fractions. So go and watch that video. You know how to find the LCM of a given fraction. So the LCM for 2 and 3. I've told you the easiest one, I will let you understand it. Find the multiples of 2. 2 and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Find the multiples of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Now, the least and the common numbers, the least and the common one. We have 6. Then, we can have 12. When we list this one, we get 16 and 18. So we have 18. The least and the common one will be 6. So this one will be the LCM. So when you see an equation, list the multiples of the denominators and find the LCM and multiply through by the LCM. So with this one that we've gotten the 6 as LCM, we are going to multiply here by 6, here by 6, here by 6. Then you cancel through, then you multiply, then you solve it as the one we did in part 1. So we are going to quickly take our first question and see how it is done. So we are going to solve for x in 2x minus 1 over 3 minus x minus 2 all over 4 is equal to 1. Now, what you have to understand, how many elements do we have here? It's only 3 elements. This and this are seen as 1. This and this are seen as 1. And this is also seen as 1. Because of the operation signs here. And this one they are sharing is a fraction. This is a fraction and this is a whole number. So the LCM for 3 and 4. The LCM for 3 and 4 is going to be 12. So we are going to multiply through by the 12. So here will be 12 times 2x minus 1 all over 3. Then we multiply here 2 by the 12. X minus 2 all over 4 is equal to 12 times 1. So we are going to divide through by the LCM. So 3 can divide itself 1, can divide 12, 4. 4 can divide itself 1, can divide here 3. So here, for the times, you're going to multiply the 4 by this. So you can also introduce a bracket here. So 4 out, 2x minus 1, then minus 3 out, x minus 2 is equal to 12 times 1, which will give you 12. You can also get 1 times 12, which is the same thing. So we open the bracket as the one we did in part 1. So this one will give us 8x minus 4, then minus 3x. Now, negative will be positive. 3 will give us 6. When you open the bracket, be very careful. Negative multiply negative here will be positive 6. Is equal to 12. Once again, let's group like terms. 8x minus 3x. Don't be confused because this has not crossed the equal sign. It's still at the left side. This is where the equal sign is. Now we have is equal to 12 here. This one will come minus 6. This one will come plus 4. Now 8x minus 3x will give us 5x. Is equal to 12 minus 6 is 6. Plus 4 is 10. So we are going to divide both sides by the coefficient of the x, which is the 5. Here 5, here 5 will divide itself 1, 1. So x will be left here, 5 can divide itself 1, Then divide here 2. 1 divided by 2 is 2. So this is how this long equation is simplified. So x is equal to 2. Another question. So we are going to solve half bracket of x plus 7 minus 10 x minus 7. So here we have only one fraction. The denominator is 2, so obviously that's what's going to be the LCM. So we are going to multiply it by this, and this are seen as 1. There's no equation sign here. This is 1, then this is also 1. Because there's no sign separating the number in the bracket. So we multiply here 2 by 1 on 2, x plus 7 is equal to 2 times 10, bracket open x minus 1, 1 times the LCM being the 2, so we multiply 2, so 2 divide 2, 1, 1, so here we'll be left with 1. Then we have x plus 7. Now what do you have here? 2 times 10 is 20, then we have x minus 7. So 1 times x will give us x, 1 times 7 is 7, 20 times, this one will give you 20x, minus 20 times 7 will give us minus 140. So we have to group like terms, and in grouping like terms, we have to bring this here, then send this one there. Yes, so we are going to have x minus 20x is equal to negative 140 minus 7. So here will give us negative 19x. Negative 19x. So negative 19x will be equal to 140, negative 140 minus 7 will be negative 147. You divide both sides by negative 19, negative 19. So this can take out this, 19 will take 19, now we have x. Negative will cancel negative first. Now, 19 dividing 147. So 19 cannot go into 147 equally, but 19 can go into 147 7 times, remainder 14 all over 19. So we can get this mixed fraction as an answer. So let's quickly take another question. So we are going to solve these two. So the denominators are 4, 2, and 3. So we can easily see that the LCM is going to be 12. The LCM is going to be 12. If you choose 4, 4 can divide 4, 2 can divide 4, but 3 cannot divide 4. So the LCM is going to be 12. So we multiply 2 by 12, x on 4, minus 12x plus 3 all on 2 minus 12 times 2 x plus 2 all on 3, then is equal to 5 times 12 or 12 times 5. This will divide this 3 times, 2 will also divide this 6, 3 can also divide here 4 times. So now we can multiply 3 by the x, 3x minus 6 times x, 6x, negative positive will be negative 6, 3 will give us 18, minus, then 4 times 2 will be 8. 4 times 2 will be 8 here. And 8 times x will give us 8x. Positive, negative will be negative. Then 8 times 2 will give us 16 equal to 60. So grouping like terms, 3x minus 6x minus 8x is equal to 60 plus 16, then plus 18. Now 3x minus 6x will give a negative 3x. Negative 3x minus 8x, negative 11x. 60 plus 16 is going to give us 76. 76 plus 18. So 16 plus 16 plus 18 will give us 94. So we divide both sides by the coefficient of the x, negative 11. Then this cancel out, we get x here. Now negative 11 divided by 94. It cannot go inside equally. But what you have to know, the answer will be negative. Now 11 can go into 94 how many times? 8 times. 11 times 8 is 88. So remainder 6. So remainder 6 out of 11. So this is how this question is also solved. Let's take another one. So with this, we can see that there's a mixed fraction in this equation. So before we solve this kind of equation, the first thing is to change this mixed fraction into improper fraction before we multiply 2 by the LCM. So we repeat this, minus 2x minus 5. Now 4 times 3 is 12 plus 1, 13. So we get 13. So the LCM will be 3, since the denominators are 3. So 3 times 1 on 3, x plus 3, minus 3 times 2, x minus 5. Then we have 3 times 13 on 3. This will divide this. This will divide. Now we have 1, x plus 3, minus 6, x minus 5 is equal to 13. Now we have x plus 3 here, minus 6x plus 30 is equal to 13. So 6 times 5 equals to 13. Now we have x minus 6x. Since the x has not crossed any equal sign, then we have 13. So we have 13 minus 3, then minus 30. So 6x minus 6x, then this 13 here, then this 3 here, this 3 here. So here will give us negative 5x. 13 minus 3 is 10. Minus 30 will give us negative 20. We divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is negative 5. So x, 5 will divide here. 5 can divide itself 1. 5 can divide 24. So in this equation 2, x is equal to 4. What you have to understand is when they give you a question involving mixed fractions, change it to improper fraction, then multiply 2 by the LCM as the normal one, you know. Let's take the last question. So in this last question, we have to change this to improper fraction. So 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1. We have 13 on 4. We have 4, 2, and 4. So the LCM is going to be 4. So 4 times 1 on 4, x plus 1, minus 4 times 1 on 2, 2 plus x, is equal to 4 times 13 on 4. So this cancels this also divide this 2, this also divide this 1. So we have 1 times 1, 1, so x out. So minus 2 plus x is equal to 13. So when you open the bracket, you have x plus 1 minus 4, negative, 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 2x is equal to 13. So we have x minus 2x. Then grouping like that, here will be 13 minus 1 plus 4. So here we have negative x. 13 minus 1 is 12. 12 plus 4 is going to be 16. This is going to be 16. So because of the negative x here, we are going to introduce negative 1. So negative 1. So that negative cancel negative 1 will cancel 1. X. Then negative 1 divided negative 16 is negative 16. So this equation also gives us negative 16. So this ends the part 2 of the equation involving fraction. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, the only channel exam fears in Ghana. So there will be a lesson on simultaneous equation, linear inequalities, and word problems on equation. So don't forget to keep watching this channel. So bye bye for now.